Aircraft carriers are designed as warships that function as air bases in the middle of the ocean. So these massive vessels are also equipped with a full-size flight deck. Not only do they serve as air bases at sea, but they also come with facilities to carry, arm, deploy, and recover aircraft. Generally, aircraft carriers are the main ships in a fleet, as they allow the Navy to project air power globally without relying on local bases for aircraft operations. Since their establishment in the early 20th century, aircraft carriers have evolved from wooden ships used to deploy balloons to nuclear-powered warships carrying many other military vehicles such as fighter jets, attack aircraft, helicopters, and other types of aircraft. With their diplomatic and tactical power, mobility, autonomy, and diverse facilities, aircraft carriers often become the center of modern battle fleets. Tactically or even strategically, these ships replace the role of battleships as the mainstay of the fleet. One of the great advantages of these ships is that when sailing in international waters, they do not violate any territorial sovereignty and thus eliminate the need for overflight permission from third-party countries. Additionally, this can reduce aircraft transit time and distance, significantly increasing endurance. Even more astonishingly, aircraft carriers are designed to be unsinkable. This sounds implausible. However, you should at least know the main reasons why aircraft carriers cannot sink. Large deck aircraft carriers are incredibly fast. Currently, Nimitz-class aircraft carriers still dominate naval fleets with their tremendous size and capabilities. These carriers have 25 decks, stand 250 feet tall, stretch over 1,000 feet long, and can displace 100,000 tons of water. With hundreds of watertight compartments made from thousands of tons of iron and steel, no conventional torpedo or mine is likely to cause serious damage to these ships. Moreover, because aircraft carriers continuously move when deployed at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, which is fast enough to outpace submarines, other vessels find it difficult to locate and track them. Within just 30 minutes of an enemy being spotted, the area where an aircraft carrier might be operating has grown to 700 square miles. After 90 minutes, it has expanded to 6,000 square miles. Aircraft carriers are built with robust defense systems. United States Navy aircraft carriers are equipped with extensive active and passive defense systems to defeat threats such as low-flying cruise missiles and enemy submarines. These defense systems include an array of high-performance sensors, radar-guided missiles, and 20mm Gatling guns capable of firing 50 rounds per second. Remarkably, the air wing of these carriers is equipped with over 60 aircraft, including a squadron of early warning radar planes that can detect approaching threats from a great distance, including radar periscopes. Furthermore, these carriers are equipped with helicopters capable of anti-submarine, anti-surface, and anti-mine warfare. All the carrier's defense sensors and weapons are linked together through an onboard command center for coordinated action against enemies. Not only that, but aircraft carriers protected by their air wings hundreds of miles in every direction are also equipped with a carrier strike group consisting of submarines, cruisers, and destroyers. Some of these vehicles are even equipped with strong escort power and can intercept incoming missiles and aircraft. Another reason why aircraft carriers cannot sink is that these giant ships are usually deployed as part of a carrier strike group that includes several guided missile warships and is equipped with the Aegis combat system. For your information, Aegis is the world's most advanced air and missile defense system, designed to defeat any potential air threat, including ballistic missiles. Some examples of Aegis configurations for 𝗤𝘂𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗯𝗏-class destroyers and 𝗖𝘂𝗲𝗏𝗀𝗀𝗃-class cruisers are designed to track and attack multiple targets using 5-inch guns, missiles, and the Close-in Weapon System Phalanx or CIWS. These ships also work together with a number of submarines to counter enemy attempts to sink the carrier from below the surface. The ships are also equipped with powerful sonar as well as torpedoes and bombs. On the aircraft carrier itself, missiles and CIWS are prepared to intercept and shoot down incoming missiles. When combined with the carrier's air wing, the carrier can also quickly weaken enemy systems used to track the strike group. The Navy has special tactics to maximize survivability on aircraft carriers. Although U.S. Navy aircraft carriers are protected by the strongest and thickest layered defense shields, they are unwilling to take risks when deployed near potential enemies. Over the years, their operational tactics have evolved to minimize risk while still delivering the offensive strikes that are the primary reason for their existence. For example, a carrier will generally not operate in an area that may contain mines until the area has been thoroughly cleared. It will tend to stay in the open ocean rather than entering restricted areas where approaching threats are difficult to pick out. It will also keep moving and make the enemy's targeting challenge difficult. Moreover, it will also use links to other joint assets from the seafloor to low Earth orbit to achieve detailed situational awareness. Aircraft carriers are equipped with new technology to strengthen ship defenses. To strengthen ship defenses, the Navy has also invested heavily in new offensive and defensive technologies aimed at countering enemy attacks. For example, in recent years, the U.S. Navy has initiated a program called Naval Integrated Fire Control Counter-Air, which links every available combat system into a seamless defensive screen that reacts quickly, allowing few enemies to penetrate it. Other advancements in aircraft carrier technology range from the penetrable reconnaissance capabilities of stealth fighter jets, ship-based jamming systems to advanced obscurant systems that can confuse guidance systems on tracking missiles. With the survivability and the latest technology equipping these aircraft carriers, only a handful of countries can pose a threat to U.S. Navy warships. And although the U.S. Navy has changed its tactics to deal with the rapid proliferation of anti-ship missiles and China's growing military power in the Western Pacific, large deck carriers like the Nimitz class remain one of the safest and most useful combat systems in the United States. This is what makes aircraft carriers difficult to sink. In addition to these reasons, the U.S. Navy also trains its troops to respond to various problems on aircraft carriers, referred to as damage control. There are also specialized damage control teams that can report to lockers strategically placed throughout the ship, containing all the essential equipment for fighting fires and flooding. In some critical cases, a quick and aggressive damage control response has saved a number of U.S. military warships. For example, a frigate, the Samuel B. Roberts, hit an Iranian mine in the Persian Gulf in 1988. This collision caused the ship's keel to crack, resulting in severe flooding inside the ship. Nevertheless, the entire crew managed to keep the ship afloat and get it out of the minefield. A bizarre incident also occurred on a ship undergoing blast tests for nearly 4 weeks in 2005 to provide important information to the Navy for designing the next generation Ford-class aircraft carriers. Despite this, after 4 weeks of explosions, the ship was still floating off the coast of North Carolina. Lastly, when the USS Fitzgerald was hit by a container ship in 2017, causing a structural damage for 16 consecutive hours until flooding occurred inside the ship. Fortunately, the crew took immediate action and tried to save the ship. Once again, this is thanks to the extraordinary capabilities of aircraft carriers that makes them unsinkable.